Our Kundalini meditation, we are here. We can understand the entire yoga philosophy and tantra philosophy. I'm making it simple. We can say it is an Eastern psychology, not a Western. And I provide therapy, what I call as a Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan, Samadhi. There are 4 aspects to that talk therapy. So, and that is how all meditation practices follows the same approach, more or less the same approach. The one who knows, I would say definitely knows what the meditation is, they will always start with a brief talk. Why? It helps your mind to withdraw from outside to yourself. If you don't talk about it and you enter into the room of meditation with a stress, and you start practicing meditation, it doesn't help. Your mind remains outside. Even if the person listens or do not listen, that's a different matter, but you have to start. You have to draw that attention. So that part is known as a discourse. But rationally, there is one text which says Shravan, active listening. You draw the attention. As a teacher, you draw the attention of your students and redirect their mind to the existential truth, not the applied truth, not the material truth. And that is what I have been saying. I think those who have been attending my sessions for years, they can tell, Masha can tell, peace is my essential nature. It cannot be taken away. Wisdom is my essential nature. Now you can get it, what I was talking over the years. Shravan, if you don't start with a positive note, the existence is always positive. It has no negative merit. So when people say to me that I have stress, my mind immediately picks up, no, I have to convey the message that peace, wisdom, love, happiness is already within you. It is veiled by the ignorance. It is veiled by your present conditions. Maybe a problem with your relations, at your job. So that is known as the Shravan. Then what happens? Well, the talk therapy, which is known as the psychotherapy in Western psychology, says if you go to those people and ask them that you have a stress, they start taking your history. Yes, I also take your history, but definitely they want to know, they want to prove that you have an illness. Why? If you don't have an illness, they do not get their insurance. You are not paid by the insurance. You may not have a problem. I'm telling you the naked truth. I'm making a transition into that area. That is one thing. And the second thing, that they ask you to contemplate more on the negative thoughts that comes to your mind. They want to substitute. We start with a positive. Peace is your essential. How come? Which prevents you not to live in peace? Awakening to the peace is meditation. Awakening to the wisdom is meditation. Awakening to that love, to the higher consciousness is what meditation is. So the second step, once the teacher starts the journey with a positive note, then the teacher encourages you to contemplate. The moment you are guided by the negative thoughts, patterns, instantly you remind yourself, no, how come? If peace is my essential nature, how come I have a stress? How come I have a stress? And there may be a reason, you may awaken to it. You are, for example, you are at your home and looking at your spouse, and you have already created a dislike for him or her. And now you are looking at a spouse. He or she does something which you don't like. Your mind gets attracted. Your mind says, no, he or she is a crazy, he or she doesn't understand. What happened? A negative thought pattern has come. If you awaken at that moment, no, peace is my essential nature. How come she is responsible for my sorrow and happiness? The life changes. Life changes. That's how the contemplation begins. The third is known as the nididhyasana. The Sanskrit word also means meditation. So once you have started the peace as your essential nature, you contemplated, that means you rationalized it to a point where you dropped all the negative thoughts. In order to make it permanent, you have to practice. The listening helps, but it doesn't help totally. Look at the beauty of the Eastern psychotherapy. It gives you a talk, it rationalizes in a positive way, and then it offers you a practice to move into that state. And the fourth is, obviously samadhi is the highest state of meditation. And now look at it, what I talk about Kundalini meditation level 1, the first 3 steps, helps you to release your energy from the unconscious impressions. If the energy is taken away from the anger and the anxiety, you cannot have anger and anxiety at all. The energy moves. It attaches itself with the dislike and the negativity. And the first 3 steps we work on, releasing that energy from the negative impressions that is accumulated unconsciously. The next 3 steps, we channelize that energy. Once that energy is released, we balance that. We allow that energy to move equally in all the layers of our existence. That's another part of the philosophy I'll take later. And the last 2 steps, we leave the energy in freedom. You all have a positive thought and you have $1 million. Example. That is, $1 million is also energy. It's a power. It's a power of exchange. But if you have a positive frame of the mind, that $1 million may become another 10 million. Or you will use it positively. You see, I'm just comparing. So that's what the last 2 steps we do, that we leave this energy free in that internal higher positive state to allow the energy to move upward for an awakening. Let us start with the Kundalini meditation. Now you may lie down and sit.
Not hot? Nobody's hot? I'm hot. No. Hey, you can put the fan on. I'm okay with it. No, it's okay.
Nobody is hot. If any of you are hot, so we'll...
It's okay just for me. Yeah.
American phrases are quite interesting. So let us lie down, close your eyes, and be comfortable. The first 3 steps we are going to do. Couple of things that we need to do it that you remember. Perhaps I'm reminding you. So put both your hands on the chest. The tip of the tongue is touching inside the lower teeth. Eyes are closed gently, and you are comfortable. Comfortable means There is another meaning of being comfortable. It is being mindful, here and now. Look deep inside the chest and start breathing long and fast breath into the chest. Long and fast breath into the chest. I see dedicated, committed people here in today's session. So continue. Let us do it 1.5 minutes. Your subconscious mind will break that pattern of long and fast breathing. It will complain, no, I feel lightheadedness, I feel this or that. You will start moving the body. Don't do that. Continue the practice, please. Continue the practice. There is no stopping. We talked enough. Now is the time to practice, practice, and practice. Continue. Long and fast breath into the chest. Total expansion and the contraction of the chest with an intent. Looking deep inside the heart. The emotional layer of her existence. I like it, Irina. Leave this. Bring your hands down. No movement in the body at all. Start looking at the breath. We are already moved into a second stage. Do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Feel the breath going in and out and start counting the breath. The breath goes in 1, comes out 1. In 2, out 2. Remember, if you are counting the breath, being mindful means there is no movement in the body. You are dropping the mind deeper. On one hand, and you have released the energy from the negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Continue. So I make it common in both the sessions, yesterday's yantra in the mantra meditation, and today's is the Kundalini meditation, so that those who are coming regularly will get more benefit. You're just counting the breath in that state of stillness in the body is the key. And doing nothing. When you do nothing, you're mindful. When you're mindful, it doesn't mean that everything is closed. You are simply aware in a casual way of the body, stillness and the sensation, the breath moving in and out, the space outside, listening to me. Even if the thoughts are coming, let them come and go. You're simply present in a moment. We're already moving into the second stage of the level 1 of this Kundalini meditation. Your mind should not have any sense of anxiety as if when to start the second step. You're totally free, as if this is the end. And these are the moments of mindfulness. Now, put both your hands on the belly. Look deep inside the belly button and start breathing long and fast, breathing into the belly. The breath is going in, the belly expands like a balloon. The breath comes out, the belly contracts, squeezes inside. If it is a total expansion and total contraction of the belly, it helps. It takes you instantly to a new state. The energy is released from the will that determines different actions in our life. Continue. Long and the fast breath into the belly. Long and the fast breath into the belly. Continue, please. Unstop it. Bring the hands down. No movement in the body now. Once you put your hands down, take your mind to the breath. 4-point awareness. First point, you are looking, the breath is going in and out. Second point, you feel the sensation of the breath when it goes in and comes out. Third point, you do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Fourth point, you are counting the breath. You introduce a very little activity of counting. Breath goes in mentally, you say in 1, out 1. Why we do it? To help the mind to engage it, to live within. Why? Meditation is going deeper within and awakening within. That is why. But there is another, continue counting the breath going in and out. And doing nothing now, even you stop the counting, as if that is the end of the meditation. If the mind is left with no intent, you are into mindfulness. You see how I use those states to strengthen, to take you deeper into the Kundalini meditation practices. You may start experiencing the sensation, the numbness, the freezing of the body, the lightness in the head, some changes, some variation in color. It's okay. Maybe you may experience the influx of thought. What you do when there is a traffic jam, still you reach to your home. Make it a point that you have to complete the practice. And now put your right hand on the belly, the left hand on the chest. Start breathing long and the fast breath into the belly and the chest. You inhale, belly goes up, continues, chest expands. Belly comes out, belly goes down and the chest drops. When the breath is coming out, long and the fast breath. That's good, Carmela, that's really good. There should be longer hissing sound. Once your mind becomes aware what it means by hissing sound, it's a long breath. Goes in and out speedily. And that gives you a hissing sound. Once you understand, I know that you will not be able to leave this meditation, and it goes a long way. Long hissing breath and the fast breath, please continue. 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 And stop it. Bring the hands down on the floor. Eyes remain closed. 4-point awareness. Breath going in and out. No change. Feeling the sensation and counting the breath. As if you have done a tremendous activity in terms of breathing, and after that, if your body doesn't move naturally, it remains still, be sure that your mind has started moving within. And that is one of many of the things that I observe. I'm always with you. We are equal participants in this meditation. Teacher for namesake, I'm an instrument. You're counting the breath. At this moment, in that state of the stillness, the state of passivity, any moment of activity disturbs the energy pattern. That is why the Tantra and the Yoga tradition lays a tremendous emphasis on the stillness in the body. Not because of the body, but because of the unconscious mind. And now the next three, just do nothing, remain as you are. Again you moved into the state of mindfulness. Now we move to the next three steps, which involves the retention of the breath for 30 seconds. Anyhow, if you feel you cannot retain even for 30 seconds, it's okay. You can release the breath. But once you release the breath, continue to be aware of the breath, so that the energy is left out from the mind and the mind remains deeper within. As I have talked, there are 16 essentials. We pick up a couple of essentials in this level 1 of Kundalini meditation. So let us start with it. Inhale slowly, deeply into the belly and the chest. Hold the breath inside, look deep inside the forehead, and mentally hammer the word aim, aim, aim. We are into the second stage. In the first stage we were doing very fast and quick, aim, 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 aim. No. Now we are doing aim, aim. Mentally you are doing. You hear that sound inside. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. No sound outside comes. Mentally, you hammer the space inside the forehead with a sound, with a mantra, aim. Second time, inhale deeply into the belly and the chest. Hold the breath, look deep inside the forehead, in the space, and start hammering mentally. Aim, 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 aim. We are retaining the breath only for 30 seconds. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. In today's Kundalini meditation, we are hammering so that we could release more energy. In yesterday's Yantra and the Tantra meditation, we were expanding the mind with the same mantra. You see the beauty, how the tradition has experimented differently. Inhale deeply again into the belly and the chest. Hold the breath inside, look inside the forehead and hammer. Aim, 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 aim. The way I'm chanting, you are chanting in your mind. It's a long, retaining the breath. No noise is outside. Everything is happening inside. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Look at the essential, how the Tantra explains that let us do not involve the physical layer and the energy layer, that is breath. That is why we retain the breath. Never ever think that retaining the breath for 5 minutes will awaken it. No. It is the quality. The mind has to withdraw inside. Otherwise, even the frog during hibernation slows down the breath much slower than us, but they can't meditate. Inhale deeply again into the belly and the chest. Hold the breath inside, look deep inside the forehead and start hammering. Aim, 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 aim. Not only releasing more energy, but redirecting to awaken every cell. So at least for a couple of seconds or minutes, the mind leaves the entire reason of unconsciousness. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. There are many things to be talked about, to be understood. You cannot structure. And one more time, inhale deeply into the belly and the chest. Look deep inside the forehead. Aim. Start hammering. It's a longer, forceful. Aim. Aim. Where? In your mind. Location is inside the forehead. I know it brings the change. Why? Because I have done it for years together. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. You know, if without any effort, if your breath is released silently, it becomes shorter. You don't see any difference between the retention of the breath for 30 seconds and breathing. You have already completed the second stage. I'm waiting for that. Now we pick up the second center, the center of the emotion, deep inside the center of the chest. But we have a little change in the breathing pattern. Inhale deeply only into the chest. Expand the chest completely. You feel the pressure. Look inside the center of the chest and hammer it with the mantra Hreem, Hreem. Now the mantra changes. Hreem, 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 Hreem. That makes the difference. We focus. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. You see that? We even ask the subconscious mind to pay attention all around the rib cage. You continue to feel a gentle pressure there. Second time, inhale deeply again into the chest. Retain the breath inside, look inside, and the hammer. Hreem, 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 hreem. Passionately, you hammer. Thought comes, you hammer. No thought is there, you hammer. That is the key point. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. I can understand, my friends, you can retain the breath for a longer period. Remember, we are not competing as to who retains the breath for a longer period. No. That is not the real practice. Even for 30 seconds, you keep your body and the energy body in abeyance while hammering the mantra. You can awaken. Inhale deeply again into the chest. Hold the breath inside and start hammering Hreem, Hreem inside the rib cage, my friends. Hreem, 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 Hreem. It's a wonderful practice is going on today. I could see everyone release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. When you allow the breath to be normal, do not control it, my friends. And once I hear the noise, I know you are controlling the breath, you will miss. It will take longer time. Inhale deeply again into the chest. Hold the breath inside. Look inside the rib cage and start hammering. Hreem, 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 Hreem. That is the key. Continue hammering it in spite of the emptiness or the thought that comes. No matter what. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Now we move down to the third center. The center of the will, the dynamism, the power, the belly button inside. Always know the very important point that I don't talk about, the chakra, their color, their images. Even the mantra I bypassed in the very first level. What happens if you go with a focus, with imagination and visualization that you already know? Your mind is conditioned to visualize the same things, and you will miss the practice. It becomes difficult for you to enter deeper. Inhale deeply into the belly. The belly expands completely. Look inside the belly button. And the mantra is Kleem, 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 Kleem. With a full force inside. You hear the echo as if you are hammering in a valley. It rebounds. That sense of hammering needs to be done. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Inhale deeply again into the belly. Expand the belly, hold the breath and hammer it. Kleem, 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 Kleem. How longer, deeper. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. In one of the texts in Tantra tradition, it is a mythological text that explains everything inside the body symbolically. We talk of rivers, valleys, mountains. The highest mountain is at the top of the center of the head. We call it Meru. Inhale deeply again into the belly, hold the breath. Clean, 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 clean. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. A single thought coming from the unconscious or the subconscious takes your mind away from the practice. It moves the body, agitates you, and your mind makes you believe that, oh, that is normal. No, not normal for higher and deeper meditation practices. Inhale deeply again into the belly. Hold the breath inside. Hammer. Clean, 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 clean. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. We have done the 6 steps. Now 2 more steps, 3 more steps. The last step is a step for freedom. Going into the 7th step. Your mind will instantly pick up now that in the 7th and the 8th step, you have to move the mind within, between the 2 centers, the center of the wisdom inside the forehead to the center of the belly, the center of the will. You need not even to think, imagine, visualize, focus that you are moving your mind between these 2 centers along the spine. No. The energy will drive your mind to that spine. You'll start experiencing the sensation. Meditation is a discovery. You don't practice what you know before. So let us do it. Inhale deeply into the belly and the chest. Hold the breath inside. Move the mind from the center of the chest to the belly, center of the forehead to the belly. Mentally singing Aim, Gleam. When the mind moves from the belly button to inside the forehead, Aim. You sing with emotion, with love, with care, and then see what happens. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. When there is outpouring of emotion, when you move in and with love, you experience total lightness, as if you are rising up, flying. Inhale deeply into the belly and the chest. Hold the breath inside. Start singing. Aim, drop down from the forehead to the belly button. Clean, goes up. Aim, clean. Aim, clean. Aim. Love. Release the breath. Allow the breath to be normal. Internally, you outpour that emotion. So what we are doing, we are using the emotion. Mantra. 2 centers. Bypassing the physical and the energy bodies. The result would surely be there. Inhale deeply again into the belly and the chest. Hold the breath. Start singing. Aim, clean. Aim, clean. Aim, clean. Singing tone. Emotion. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Now instead of 2 mantra, we will use single mantra. Aim goes down, aim goes up. Aim from the center of the forehead to the belly button, and aim goes up. Inhale deeply into the belly and the chest. Retain the breath and start singing. Aim, 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 aim. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. In the 3rd level, it happens that you will forget as if you are retaining the breath. And your mind goes deeper. There is a natural retention of the breath that we take up in the level 3. Inhale deeply into the belly and the chest. Retain the breath inside. Singing in your mind, moving between the 2 centers. Aim, 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 aim. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. I know, I'm aware I did not talk about the barriers, the obstacles in this meditation, in this session. Sometimes we tend to forget. It's okay. When you remind, you continue the practice. Sometimes there is an influx of thoughts. The thought blasts your mind. It wants you to leave the practice. That's a tremendous force of the unconsciousness comes. You need not to worry. Continue doing the practice, please. Then, last time, inhale deeply into the belly and the chest. Aim, holding the breath. Aim, 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 aim. Love. Release the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Maintaining the stillness, the sensation of numbness, freezing may be there. No movement, a slight movement. My master used to say that it will take you another 10 sessions to progress. But it doesn't mean that you have to hold it. It has to be natural. When it moves, you instantly become aware. You are looking at the breath now, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Three-pointed awareness of the breath. The breath goes in and comes out. You feel the sensation of the breath. No change is the third point. Now the four-pointed awareness of the breath becomes little different. Unless you fully understand, when the breath goes in, you move the mind from the center of the forehead to the belly button. When the breath comes out, you move your mind from the belly button to the forehead. Remember, no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. You change the speed of the mind that is moving based on the breath. As if the breath is the car and the mind is sitting inside. And then allow the moment the breath goes in, the mind begins moving down. Chant aim mentally. When it comes out, claim. So there are four options you have. And I would love to know your experiences, which one your mind likes and does it. Aim, down, claim, up. Or aim, aim. Aim goes up, aim down. Claim drops down from the forehead to the belly button when the breath goes in, or aim goes up, or claim. So whichever out of the four, the rest is the same. And that will explain deeply your conscious, your mental state in the practice today. And doing nothing now, remain as you are. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, put it on your eyes, open the eyes inside. When you feel, sometimes you don't feel like moving the body. It's a wonderful state. And bring both the hands on your eyes, open the eyes inside. Now, collect, gather your experiences to share. Why we share to progress. Nothing more, nothing less. And bring the hands down. You may sit up now. My friend Ruperta, you did wonderful. Even after a long time. Yes. I didn't know you were very much here. I could see that. How are you, Alyssa?
I'm good. I don't feel like I was able to get as deep into the meditation today as I was last week. But I do feel like
calmness. Yeah. One is the outer intent, intellectually. The thinker says, let me go into a meditation today. But what about the unconscious mind, subconscious mind? What about the crazy thoughts, the feeling and the emotions that you have passed through the entire week? So that is why it is allowed that one has to do a regular practice. But the calmness is good. How about you, Angela? Calm? Today it was better. Yeah, I could see that, yes. Good. And Marina, my friend.
Very calm.
Very calm?
Mm-hmm, very good.
Every time you say very calm, make me a promise that today you are calm, so when you come back again, you remain calm.
I don't know, I cannot answer this question.
Just work on it. How are you, Arina?
I'm good.
Good?
When we were doing aim and claim, you said that like you choose whatever.
Yeah, which one you chose?
To me it felt like going up is more difficult. Like aim going down was much easier. What does it mean?
It
doesn't have any meaning at all.
No, it tells your state that you explained me. The wisdom is hijacked by our unconsciousness. So that's why it becomes difficult. But which one you did it?
I was trying every combination. Once you said that, like, see what feels better, I tried every combination.
And then you could not decide. You cannot decide.
No, but I felt that in whatever combination, going up aim was more difficult. It wasn't hard, but it didn't feel as easy.
But claim is easy.
Claim is easier.
That's good. So we will. I'll explain you that what we are doing, but it's easy. What about you, Alyssa? Which combination you followed?
aim up and clean down.
Aim up and claim down.
How do you spell it?
Aim, claim.
K-L-E-E-M?
Yes.
K-L-E-E-M.
M. 6 times.
For me it's very difficult.
So, and what about your combination?
Up, aim, clean down.
Aim up, and that's good. How about you, Marina?
Same thing, aim up, aim down.
Aim up and claim down. That's Ruperta. Did you remember?
No.
I know you.
1, 2, 1, 2, then 1. I think that's where I was reading.
Why you changed the practice?
I don't know.
Did I say 1, 2?
No, but that's the way I started. So I just 1, 2 instead of, yeah.
Ruperta has been coming. She is wonderful. So how about you, Carmela?
Aim down, clean up.
Aim down, clean up. Yeah, that's quite natural. How about you?
Aim down, aim up.
Aim down. That's what you have to chase the wisdom. That's good. That's good. So it is good. I saw everyone did the practice. Where you came much, maybe after a couple of months. That's why. You know, we say we have. Do you know that in mythology we have 330 million gods and goddesses? Do you know that?
In where?
330 million gods and goddesses in our Indian mythology. And one of them, we say the sleep goddess. So after all, the goddess has come to you, so it's okay. So, it has calmed down you. Oh, you were thinking, what should I say? Very good. So we'll start with our next program.